Fish are considered as one of the ocean's most important resources. There are key species in ocean ecosystems around the world, from tropical waters to the southern Asia to freezing temperature in the eruptic sites. There are estimated 32,000 different species of fish. Fish is filled with omega-3 fatty acids and vitamins such as vitamin D, B2, among others. Fish is rich in calcium, phosphorus, potassium, magnesium, minerals, zinc, among others. Welcome to the program Kitchen Drive on ARCN television in the capital city of Abuja, Nigeria. I am your girl, Hilda Hobson-Frato. Today's episode is a special one. We're not in the kitchen, rather we're in the studio, of course. The program is designed to go to the kitchen, is designed to have an expert in any part of area of discussion that we are going to have, and we can invite the expert to the studio and have a discussion about it. And of course, all our aim is enlighten and of course to entertain you. When we come back, we will have our guest in the studio, and I will tell you who this young chap is. He is popularly called among his peers Mr. Fish. Hey, Dr. Fish, don't be afraid, okay? He just, he loves your step and he wants to be like you. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. And the program continues. Kitchen Drive on ARCN television. Back. If you're just joining us, don't be surprised. This is still Kitchen Drive, the program that is open to entertaining and educating you on anything around kitchen. And before we went on the break, I told you I have an expert here. He is a biochemist by profession. He's an expert in fish. He's called by his friends Dr. Fish. Yes, we have Dr. Fish on the platform, but don't worry. He is you're mentoring him and you are his hero, so chill out. He is Mr. Stephen Coplon. Welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
How are you doing?
I'm good, I'm fine.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Alright, we're going to talk about fish nutrition. When we talk about the nutritional value of fish, as an expert with fish, what can you say is the nutritional value in fish?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Fish, as we know, are aquatic animals,
Yeah.
which are mainly grown in water,
Yeah.
either saline water, that's ocean,
Okay.
or fresh water, or brackish water, which is the junction between fresh and saline water.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So you have different species which grow in different, in this, what do you call it?
Within The fish.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
within the water.
Within the water.
Yes. So the nutritional value of fish is depending on the type of fish.
Okay.
If it's dried fish, dried fish don't have moisture.
Okay.
So the nutritional value will increase because of lack of moisture.
Okay.
But if it's fresh fish, there's moisture and moisture.
Yeah.
So the nutritional value of fish,
Yeah.
depending on the type of fish, whether it's dried fish or wet fish.
Okay.
Wet fish contains much moisture,
Okay.
spanning from 80
Okay.
to 70% of moisture.
Okay.
Then followed by protein,
Mhm.
which is the most important nutritional component.
Okay.
Yes. And followed by fat. Protein makes up to 20 to 30%,
Okay.
while the fat makes up to 5 to 20, depending on your feeding and where maybe the environment where the fish grows. Yes.
Okay.
And then we have little content of ash. That's what contains the vitamins
Okay.
and the microelements.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So now the nutrient of the fish depends on the location where we get the fish from.
Depends on the location. Some vary.
Okay.
The marine fish are highly rich in omega-3 polyunsaturated fatty acids.
Okay.
They are very rich in it because the ocean contains plants and planktons, which they get the omega-3 from.
Okay.
Yes. So freshwater too they have the omega-3, but it's not as much as that of marine. Yes, marine fish. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
All right, that's good. So now in the nutrients now, dry fish contains more nutrients now.
Yes.
All right. So what are some of the importance of nutrients in fish that to the human body?
Okay.
Yeah.
For the dried fish, let me use the dried fish as an example.
Yeah.
That's without moisture content.
Okay.
So the dried fish has about 30 to 60 contents.
Okay.
Yes, which has different amino acids.
Okay.
And I won't want to bore you with big grammar, but let me just simplify it.
Okay.
There are 20 amino acids.
Okay.
The essential, the non-essential.
Okay.
Why it is called essential? It's not essential. It's not because the non-essentials aren't essential. It's just that the non-essentials are produced by the body. So you don't need an external source. Well, the essentials are not produced in the body. So you need dietary sources to get all those. Yes. So the fish, that's the fish, the dried fish has very, very high amounts of those amino acids. I think it contains, depending on the fish, but mackerel contains about 8 of those amino acids. That's 8 out of 10. So that's a very rich source of amino acids.
That's mackerel.
Yes, mackerel.
Mackerel. That's good.
Yes.
So you are not advised. So if they want to eat now, they should go for more of mackerels, right?
Depends. Depends. If you're looking for the omega-3, that's the omega-3 fatty acids, I would advise you to go for mackerel.
So now the omega-3, as you said, is it basically for kids, for adults, or if you want to grow fat or you want to grow slim? Because I know there are some fishes that they said if you want to grow fat, you should eat them. If you want to grow slim, you should go for them. So I'm not suggesting that if one wants to go, maintain certain body structure, he or she should go for the mackerel or the omega-3, as you said it.
Okay, the omega-3 has good properties such as it relieves pains.
Oh,
yes, it relieves pain. So cancer patients can take that. It helps to reduce pains, it reduce swelling. That's the importance of the omega-3. So people that have rheumatism, it helps them too, because all these generate a lot of pains and swelling. So it helps curb down their pain.
Their pains and some of the effects. And then that have to do more with the marine fish now.
Marine fish.
So they should go for more of marine fish now.
Yes, but research has evolved.
Okay.
So now producers of feeds enrich their feeds with omega-3.
Oh,
Yes. So
so
you can
the,
even get it from fresh fish, depending on the source, the
of
feed
the
source.
sauce now.
Yes,
Oh,
yes, yes.
so now it can now be amplified. It can now be brought back home. So you must not even go down there and source for those kind of fishes.
Yes.
Wow, that's the nice one. So now, what are some of these factors that affect the nutritional values in fish?
Okay.
Mm.
Some of the factors might be the storage, the storage of fish, because fresh fish, once gotten from the ocean, once it's fished out, immediately you bring it out of the ocean, out of the fish, either ocean or freshwater.
Mm.
It starts to denature, just like humans. Once you're dead, your body starts denaturing.
Okay.
So we take other steps by, that's for fish now. Take other steps by chilling, drying, smoking, salting. So all this helps to preserve the shelf life of the fish. But all these have effects on the fish too. Like chilling denatures the protein
Okay.
that's of the fish, because once you chill the fish, it breaks down the protein. That's the structure of the protein, not the content, the structure of the protein. It breaks it down. So that's why iced fish it's not as tasty as fresh fish. That's fresh fish just caught. It's not as tasty as that. It's because of all these aspects. Yes, yes. And salting too. We've heard the research has shown that salting reduces protein content.
Yeah. But we were told that salt help to preserve fish.
Yes, but it's just the minute amount of, let's say, 1 to 5% of the protein content. Smoking too does that, depending on the how you smoke your fish. Because some people just put it directly under heat, and the heat definitely will denature the protein.
Sure.
It will denature some of the fatty acids too.
Wow.
Yes.
So you were listing out some of the nutritional values that we have in fish. Can you now highlight some of them so that maybe our viewers can get to know the importance of eating fish, against other kinds of proteins?
Okay, as I rightly said,
Yeah.
fish is very rich in essential amino acids. That's for humans. Yes. Fatty acids, omega-3. It's also rich in omega-3. It's rich in calcium. That's once you dry the fish, you have your proteins, you have your fats, then you have your crude ash. So the crude ash contains calcium, phosphorus, iron, all these small micro elements. The calcium helps in bone development, teeth development, and all. The phosphorus and all this help as coenzymes. That one is more of a biochemistry distance, so I don't want to bore you guys. It helps in proper body function. Yes, yes.
All right. Now, to have a proper dry fish, since we've been talking about dry fish, can you now give us like the different steps at which we can have our fish from the fingerlets to the dry, to the storage now? How can we, I know you are into that business. Maybe for someone that is just watching, what should he or she takes the various steps that you need to take to the storage level of your fish?
Okay. Starting from the fingerling stage, you are beginning your farm. It depends on your feeding. It depends on your feeding. Good feeding helps to increase the body weight of the fish. If you feed your fish well, in 3 months, 4 months, it will be ready for smoking size. That's coming from a business perspective. Because the less you feed, the better for you, the more profit you have. So if you feed it well, you have a shorter time. you will not be changing water, the stress will be little.
Okay.
And you have a shorter duration of which you can harvest and smoke.
Okay.
One thing with smoked fish, it mustn't be that big, because you go to the market, you see little smoked fish. Yes. And a lot of people prefer that, because especially women, when you go to the market, they will say how many. They don't look at the sizes. They look at how many fish, how many. They will count 1, 2, 3. They'll say how much. They'll say no. They'll go and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They'll say I'd rather take this.
Is it only the women that do that?
Women are mostly go to the market. You know, we men, when we go to the market, they usually cheat us, because we don't know how to price.
That one is on a lighter note. He is he is actually giving us the different steps at which we can take, to have our fish from the inlet to the process and to the storage level. We'll go on a break. When we come back, he would now continue the steps. I know you wouldn't want to miss it, and there are different types of fishes. We'll tell you more when you come back. This is Kitchen Drive on ARCN Television. Welcome back. Before we went on the break, we were discussing with Mr. Stephen Quaplong, who is a biochemist, and he is good with fish. He told us the importance of fish. And the taste of the fish depends on where it is being gotten from. He said there are some from marine, some from salty, some from ocean and normal swamps, and of course the fish that we keep and rear at home. And then the taste of the fish and the nutrients of the fish depends on what we feed our fish with. And of course, he also was telling us, the importance of taking the different types of fish because of the nutritional value attached to it. The magnesium, calcium, the potassium, and other nutritional values that are contained in the fish gives us and adds to the body different things according to their uses. And of course, before we went on the break, he was now giving us the different steps at which we can keep fish that is from the fingerlings to the storage level. And he just gave us the first stage that we should pick. First, we should have our pond and then continue.
Okay.
Yes.
We have our pond.
Okay.
You have your fingerlings.
Okay.
You should have a very good source of water. Okay. That's very important. I think that's the first thing you should consider. Water source.
Okay.
A very good water source. Because without water, your fish will start dying. And because you don't have water now, you'll neglect changing the water frequently because you want to save water. Yes. So if you have good water source, then you're good to go. Your feeding is very important. The duration which you feed your fish, you have to be patient with them. You don't just come and pour the feeds and just go. You have to be patient with them, feed and watch them as they consume. As they consume, you add. Why it's good to be patient is it will help you not to waste feed. Because you don't just come and pour and go and feel like they've eaten. Most of these fish, whether it's floating pellets, once with time it sinks down. So you won't even know the amount of feed which you use. So it's good to spend at least 10, 15, 20 minutes feeding them. You create a bond with them. Because now once they notice you coming,
it's always excitement.
Yes, excitement. They come. Yes. So once you feed your fingerlings well, they grow well. Depending if it's business you're planning to do, I think 500, 400 grams
Okay.
is good for smoking. But if it's for personal use, you can leave it for maybe when it reach a kilo, then you smoke. But you know, business is about profit.
Yeah.
So you need to make sure that what you're spending is what you're spending.
You get profit out of it.
Yes, you'll get profits.
And so for the business, how many weeks do you suggest that a farmer can keep?
Okay. For smoking,
Mm.
if you feed them well, if you have a good species, you get a
Okay.
good breed. Because
Okay.
that one too matters.
Okay.
Get a good breed. And 3-4 months, you
Okay.
can get your smoking sizes.
Okay.
3-4 months, you can get your smoking sizes. Yes.
Okay.
But you
All
can
right.
still extend it.
And
Now,
okay.
because the good thing is, as you extend your feeding, now the fish, that's the female fish, develop ovaries, and that's also a very good source of protein. So the bigger fishes have ovaries, have eggs. Sorry,
Yes.
and their ovaries develop and eggs are being formed. So that's again, it's a very good source of protein.
Okay. And for domestic use, what duration do you think is best for them, for you to keep?
You know, it depends. It depends on
An
it
individual.
depends on an individual.
Okay.
People like their fish big. So if you
Okay.
want a big fish, you can leave it for, let's say, above 7-8 months, even 2 years. Yes.
2 years.
Like once you catfish, once you're feeding it, it gets a very good environment.
It grows, and the lifespan reaches 2 years.
It grows.
Wow. All right. So from that state, what do you do then?
Okay. Talking about harvest now.
Yes, harvest.
Yes. So once you feel your fishes are ready, you drain out the water, you harvest, you select the ones you want to smoke. Because one thing with the little time I've spent in the business, I've noticed that all the fishes cannot just grow together. They cannot just grow like all of them cannot be big together. You'll find some that will not grow. Very funny, but that's how life is. In a generation, you'll find dwarfs, you'll find giants. So that's how it entails to fishes too. So once you get the sizes you want to smoke, what I do is I put them in a very good let's say basket. Okay, let's say pot. This iron pot which we use for massive cooking. And I pour salt on it. I believe that's the humane way of killing fish.
With salt.
Yes, with salt.
It's the same way of preserving and it's the same way of killing.
Yes.
You dilute the salt?
No, you don't dilute the salt.
You just sprinkle it on them?
Just sprinkle the salt on them and you close the lid.
Oh.
Yes, you close the lid.
So that's how we harvest.
That's how.
So how do you now take it to the drying stage?
So once the fishes are dead now, you degut it.
Okay.
That's to remove all the intestines and because it helps in preserving the fish. It extends the shelf life.
Okay.
So you degut it. Once you degut it, if you want to cut it, you can cut it. If you want to put it in a spiral position with the pegs, you can do that.
Okay.
Then, most importantly, you need to have a smoking kiln. Yes. And once you have a smoking kiln, depending on what you choose, is electrical, coal, or gas. Or gas. Gas. Once it's business, I don't advise you to use gas. Yes.
Okay. So you prefer the other one?
Yes, I prefer the other one.
Okay. So how do you do that?
So you get your fish. You get your fish. You put it in your smoking kiln. When it's prepared, I salt it just a little bit. Just a little bit for taste. Salt it, you put it in your oven and you check the temperature. Make sure it doesn't exceed 100 degrees.
Okay.
Yes.
So that is both the cold and any form of dryer that you're using?
It depends. If it's cold smoking you want to do, then you can start from 50, gradually extend the temperature. But if it's hot smoking, you can start with your 100 degrees. But you have to be very careful because if the temperature is hot, it might lead to burning of the fish. Yes, and the fish will come out with a kind of tart taste.
Okay.
Yes.
So What so from there you now dry it dries and
Dries. So it depends again on the kind of smoking kiln you have.
okay.
Some take 6 to 7 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Some take up to 8 hours, depending.
Oh,
So once it's dried, you you prepare your fish and you
wow.
package. Yes.
So now let us get to something. That is the best way of drying it. And you said something, you said the nutritional value in dry fish is the best.
Mm.
Why?
The shelf life,
Okay.
it helps preserve fresh shelf life.
Okay.
Yes, it extends the shelf life.
Okay.
That's the important thing. And I also told you that drying of fish
Mm.
reduces the protein content, but it's a minute number.
Okay.
Also salting.
Okay.
It's
Oh.
because of
Okay. Because you continue.
okay because of the nature of our country, the insufficient light and all. So I believe that's the best way of preserving your fish. Yes.
All right, can you now tell our viewers what is the beneficial of fish meal in aquaculture?
Okay, fish meal is gotten from either whole fishes which are prepared
Mm.
and grinded
Okay.
as sources of
Feed.
protein,
Protein, yeah.
either for fish or for chicken feed,
Okay.
depending on what you want to use it for.
And it's good that you put it together and make it as food for your fish.
Yes,
And
because
that helps the nutritional value in the fish.
give them protein, lots of protein content. Fish meal has about 60% protein content,
All right.
which is quite high.
All right. So the best advice now is for everybody to take more of dry fish because of the nutritional value, right?
Yes, yes.
Wow. All right, you heard it from Mr. Stephen Cotlon himself, who is suggesting that the best nutritional value of fish is mostly found in the dry fish. And he encouraged and wished a lot of people to go into eating of dry fish. And the preparation of dry fish varies. You can make pepper soup, you can eat it raw, you can just name it. Fish is nice. I know some people are already hungry for fish. It's nice having you on the program, and I hope when we call on you again, you will, of course, tell us more and enlighten us more on fish.
I'll be glad
Thank
to
you
do
so
so.
much for coming.
You're welcome, man.
This is Kitchen Drive on ARCN Television. I am Hilda Homsen Phantom saying, keep watching ARCN TV and take good care of yourself.